good.
Yeah. You know what? I know like it might have not been like some people will disagree with it, but do you know how awesome it was to steal or prime? Like
Bro, it was
You
so
still have that video
satisfying.
on
it
YouTube of
was,
Steven doing it.
yeah, it's literally the most satisfying thing in the game.
Say, bring that video up on stream. Kind of know what I'm
Literally
talking about,
did
just because it is on
when
your
I was
YouTube.
I do have a little
when I was
small, pretty poor quality video somewhere, yeah.
What do you mean? Everything looks beautiful back in Paragon.
Yeah, but my skills.
every time I play with people in voice chat, they just scream when we steal it or prime.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah. Um, and
These were
why
the days.
and why it's called orb dunking is because you literally would go on the wall and dunk. You would literally jump in like you're Donkey
Yeah.
Kong and just skadoosh, you got him. And then you just I remember being Quag. Okay, I remember being Quag. You throw the sword on Orb and you know because you know you're about to lose this team fight or whatever, and then you just wait. And you have a ward there so you can watch him, and then you see the health, and then you just wait. Jump in, steal it, and then you just look at them like, whoa, yeah, I took it.
Oh, it's so annoying watching Steven going into this.
It is, yeah. I just don't understand. He just literally rolls up with a countess
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
steals it. And like, but that's a good play. Like that, I'm pretty sure he dies afterwards. That's definitely worth it.
I think towards the end, but
Yeah.
again,
No, he's not dead yet. Look at that. He's
Dude,
not
I
dead. He
miss
has like
Richter.
one health. What? Okay,
you
now
don't remember this?
I don't remember this. He literally had one health and walked out. Not only that, the whole
Dude, it's
team just
insane.
came in and we just rolled up and just destroyed the whole enemy team. Steve has
Yep.
literally a flicker of health and he's still alive.
And mind you, this is all on console doing the controller.
Yeah. Countess was good on console though.
Yeah.
Like that's where heroes like more I guess were kind of beneficial was because like it really did cater to the console players. But you know it's still more I guess and you know it's more I guess. So let's talk about now what Reverb sent me. So Reverb, he's a tester for Strange Matter Studios, and just a little bit ago he sent me a little document. I thought it was going to be some gameplay, but I got smoked. But it's still pretty awesome. What it is. So
Yep.
actually, what it is it's only a few characters. It talks about Kalari, Wraith, Bellica, and Fang Mao, and it actually says what their abilities are with a passive. So he actually has a few documents drafted already. So let's start with the first one. Fang Mao. We have the Q, the temporal dash. Fang Mao flashes forward, ending the dash with a basic attack guaranteed to crit. Colliding with an enemy stops the attack. It's literally the same thing. E, hamstring. Deal damage at a melee range AoE. Targets hits. Targets hit deal reduced damage for X seconds, diminishing returns for each additional target after 2. Uh, yep, I think the diminishing returns part is new, but the first part definitely isn't. The RMB, absolute focus. Shield and Fang Mao generates a shield that blocks incoming damage. The shield is increased based on the number of enemies near when casted.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm. No, he always had a shield. He always had a shield. That like nothing's new.
Yeah, but you get more the more people is around you though.
Hmm. That's really cool. You get more, and like this is all drafted. None of this is confirmed. It's just drafting. We're not talking about anything. I want to mention that. And his R.
Wait, this is his ideas or this is info
This
from
is
the game?
this is Reverb's ideas.
Oh, it's his ideas.
This
Okay,
is what he thinks would be a good idea. But we can't. But
I see.
yeah. So we have the alt. Fang Mao leaps into the air and slams his pole arm onto the ground, dealing damage in a line in front of him. Gains armor for 6 seconds while slash after alting based on how many allies are nearby. You have to use the animations. Oh, okay. So Reaver just came in the stream, and he's just saying, if I'm correct, uh, he's saying that because the assets come with animations, that is one of the benefits of the assets. The abilities have to
Yeah,
work with the animations because they're not trying to create new animations.
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So actually, I think it's really awesome. So for the most part, we haven't got to the passive yet. The kit looks the exact same, but it adds like an extra ability on each of the abilities that makes them a bit better. And I really like the idea of Fang Mao. The more team oriented he is, uh, the better bonus that he gets.
Okay, but he's a jungler, right? How is his ganking gonna work?
Uh, I wouldn't say he's a jungler. I saw him more so in the off lane, but like he's definitely a jungler as well.
Often.
Yeah. Um, there are some extra animations. Okay, so there is a few extra animations for the characters, but I have not seen what the extra animations are. I have literally no idea. Actually, that would be a good idea. We might want to look into those. Um, anywho, let's go off your issue. He's a jungler. How is he going to gain these buffs? Well, when you're jungling, you're always when you go for the gank, you're always meeting up with someone, right? So there's always going to be one ally around you. But then, so I think this would benefit, and it also definitely benefits in the team fight. Like once you get out of laning phase, this is perfect. This is super fantastic.
Doesn't he get buffs off enemy that allies?
He gets buffs. Oh, it's based off the number of enemies. I thought it said number of enemy
Yeah.
heroes. Oh, so he gets more shields based off the number of enemies. No, that'd be good because once you get into a team fight, it'll be very useful, I think.
Yeah, it will be, but if you gank one person, it's not gonna be as
It's not going to be
strong.
as useful. But that's what's kind of cool about this in a sense is because the first ability is the ability, but then he has a second effect essentially that becomes better and better as the later the game gets in. But it's still very skilled because you want to um, yeah, it can change. The only problem, if I was to say an issue that I have with this, the only issue I have is I come from Call of Duty competitive, and in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which is last year's Call of Duty, there is an issue where for some reason Treyarch decided to make the characters have 200 health instead of 150, and it's usually at 150 or I might have said the numbers wrong, but either way, the characters took a few more hits to kill. That just your character with the gun. And there was a health regen option. So if we consider this shield, quote unquote, like a health regen, even though it's not a health regen, it's a shield, but it can do the same thing if used properly. Uh, there is a thing in Call of Duty where even though in every other COD it was a smart idea to do a flank, well, or to do a certain gank from a certain angle, uh, you just stopped doing that in Black Ops 4 because it was even smarter to just hold your uh, teammate's hand and just push forward because you had a shield or you had a health regen thing, and because you had that extra little bit of health. So I can see where that could be an issue because no one wants to just AFK push up a lane, let's say, with the rest of your team, and that's the smartest play because Fang Mao is broken now because there's four other people around him. That's where I think there could be an issue with that. But that's a testing thing, right?
I also have an issue with him that he has no CC anymore.
He has no CC. He doesn't, yeah.
Back in the day, back in the day, he had a slow, big, big AoE slow.
Yeah, his hamstring ability would be a slow.
Oh,
Is that with the
okay.
diminishing returns for each additional target hit after 2 seconds? Reverb, what exactly do you mean by diminishing returns? If you don't mind me asking, if you're still there. But while we're waiting for that, I'm going to talk about the passive. Passive, Master of Arts. Fang Mao gains attack speed for each ally around him. He also gains health regen for each enemy around him. I'm going to be
Okay.
honest. That sounds
That's interesting.
I'm going to be honest. That ability sounds broken. It sounds really good, which is a good
It
thing.
depends what numbers
Yeah.
it's gonna have.
But that's what's good about that passive is it's not going to be a kit issue. It's going to be a number issue, so it's going to be really easy to balance. Oh, you're in game. Sorry. Chandler, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about this idea? Do you think there's anything? Do you like the idea? Do you think there can be a bit of tweaking? Well, what is your opinion?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I never played Fang Mao 1, so I wouldn't be able to tell you with kit what would actually feel proper.
Okay, okay, cool. What did you think about? What do you think about his? Silver Koi says, "I want CC." So some people are a bit pissed about the CC, and as you said, Kenny, he was clearly using the jungle a little bit. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't know if people are may disagree with me, but for usually what the trend seems to be that a jungler has to have some kind of hard CC, or definitely a soft CC, but hard CC usually makes the character a bit better. That's why Rux and Sev are always like at the top. Um, well, Sev a bit more than that, but that if you don't have the CC, is Fang gonna be viable in the jungle, or is he only gonna be an offlaner?
He sounds like it's an offline character now.
Yeah. And I do think majority of the time he was an offlaner. Like especially when you watch at the pro level, like he was never played.
But if he
Never
has
played.
so many buffs around a team fight, it kind of defeats the purpose of offline a bit.
It does in a sense. It does. I can see that. It's kind of uh but I do think it's a good idea. I just think there might be a bit of an issue. And my biggest thing is that from experience, I've seen abilities like this that cause an issue where instead of ganking, which logically makes sense that it should be the smarter play, just AFK pushing with your head down is the smarter play in a team fight
Yeah.
because the characters are gaining too much from having allies around them. Simple as that. Um, instead of,
Sometimes it's the best call to push in that fight.
yeah, sometimes the best counter push is just to go forward.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anywho, we're gonna move on. So we got a few more characters. We got Belica, Wraith, and Kalari. So we're gonna go on